What just happened? Oh, did we disconnect? Wait a minute. What just happened? Give me 1 second. I should be back. Oh, it appears that the stream just cut. All right. That's bizarre. Seems we cut out on YouTube. That was very odd. Should be back up momentarily. Let's figure out what happened here. Okay, it appears should be back live. I'm not sure why. Cut out on you. That's bizarre. Why is that? Figure out what just happened on YouTube. I will be right back in a second. Oh, great. Okay, I'm back. I should be back. All right, a little concerned over there, but here we are on 2nd and 11. The Texans would run. They would be stopped, and I believe the Patriots should be using their timeouts, or maybe Houston using their timeouts, but it does not seem to be the case. Brady warming up on the sideline, knowing he's going to be getting the football back. So we'll see what he'll be doing. Good Lord, I am glistening right now. This is intriguing. Am I sweating? I don't feel as if I'm sweating. But that was very bizarre and cut out. But we are starting. I think that this is a different stream that we are in now, at least on YouTube. But here we go. 3rd and 10 for Deshaun Watson. Pass over the middle, caught by his man, but tackled immediately, and he's going to be down. And they're going to be forced to punt. And here comes the timeout from the Patriots to stop the clock. Up 14-3, the Patriots looking for their spark. Needing to find their way into the end zone with 1:10 left to play. And ladies and gentlemen, we apologize if you were in on YouTube and the stream went down. We are live again. If you're on Hot Mic and you were tuned in on YouTube as well, at least to participate in the chat room, we are live again, so tune in. 4th and 4 for the Texans. They're going to punt the ball back. Punter is backed inside his 5, so he's going to have to make sure he gets this ball off. There it is with 1:12 left to play in the half. There's the punt, big boot. Fair caught at the 30 by Mohamed Sanu. 70 yards to go for Tom Brady to get on the board, and they are receiving the kick after halftime. B. More Bird says Ed Reed is better than Troy Polamalu. Well, that is two different positions. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are live in the stream on YouTube, do me one favor. You may have clicked the link on the old stream, but now on this stream, we're sitting at 16 likes, but 161 in the room. Feel free to click that like button and get those numbers, a little bit higher. And everybody who's tuned in on Hot Mic, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Consider hitting that follow button and joining the family in Hold My Nugget Studios. On Twitter, let's see what the conversation regarding the game is thus far. Fly Guy Gray says, will the Patriots make a comeback? We'll see. Find out on next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Desmond Edmonds says, what happened to the live stream? Did Nancy get to you? I'm not sure, but it cut out, but it's back now. It's back now. The Viking Chief and Stephen Oates trying to figure out the same, but we are back up now. Jordan White says, yo. Justin says, yo. A lot of people coming back into the stream now. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning back in. Very bizarre situation a little bit earlier, but we are back live now. And if you're curious about the commentary, it will come right during halftime. We will be up and running. I see things are moving smoothly here on YouTube. I think the only thing that is left to be put in is the tags. And then once we hit live, we will be going over during halftime to watch the commentary and then returning right back here to close out the second half. The stream will still be going, but I will be in the premiere, stream for the commentary for tonight. Amari Billups says, what's going on? How are you? Thanks for tuning in tonight. And thus far, what we've seen from the Patriots was sheer ineptitude offensively. They went down the field, their opening possession, they got themselves a field goal, but outside of that, they did a whole lot of nothing. Tom Brady has been under duress nearly all game. Only been sacked one time, but it feels as if he could have been sacked 5 or 6 times. 57 yards through the air, 1 INT. Deshaun Watson sacked twice, but he's got 2 TDs on the day. Here come the Patriots from the 31-yard line. Let's see what transpires. All right, Tom Brady, 1:05 left to play in the half. 2 timeouts for the Patriots. He takes the snap. He's got a little bit of time. He's looking towards his right. The pass thrown is going to be caught but there's a flag on the field. It is caught. It is definitely caught. But there's a flag on the field. Let's figure out why they got laundry out there. There's holding on the defense. It would have been an automatic first down, nonetheless. But it does stop. Oh, wait a minute. Jonathan Joseph is saying that he wants to have the challenge for the catch. No, that is a catch. That is indeed a catch. Both feet are down. And more importantly, Jonathan Joseph, you've been in the league since 2006. You should know under 2 minutes, you can't challenge. Houston calling for a timeout. They do get it with 58 seconds left to play. Bill O'Brien evidently would like to see things get reviewed, but that's not going to happen. Let's take one more look at this catch here. I'm seeing the right foot down, the left foot down. There's the catch. His hands are underneath the football. They're going to the booth, probably. Who knows? But from what I'm seeing, that is all catch. That is a catch. Bill O'Brien may want them to have it reviewed, but I say that's a catch. The Texans, who were beneficiaries last game of seeing, the no booth review when Deshaun Watson fumbled against the Texans, now we will see if things, continue to roll in their favor. They are going to the booth. Gamer Dragon 22 says, notice me, Mr. Adonis. Do you consider yourself noticed now? Juggalo Crad says, when is Android coming to Hot Mic? Well, you can pre-register right here with the links. As you see, the Android link is there. Pre-register for the app. And ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think about this upcoming, or I should say impending review happening on the field right now. Do you say catch? Do you say no catch? Let's see what the people have to say. Demetrius Chan, he says, Hot Mic stopped working for me too, bro. Did you change something? I think it should be back up and live now. Hoodie Zay says, what happened? Not sure what transpired, but we should be back now. For some technical difficulties, we should be back up now. Net Strike says the same guy who gives you genjutsus still promoting for me. I appreciate you, Net Strike, for promoting. Be More Bird says, who do you got as the main defensive player of the year candidates? I'd say TJ Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick. TJ Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, Stephon Gilmore. There are two other names. Nick Bosa, and there was one other name. But we should be fine. We should be fine. Everything is running well. I'm seeing a ton of people saying there's a catch. I'm seeing a couple of people say no catch. Candace says no catch. Stephen Jones says no catch. Tim Dragon Kid says it's a catch. Glenn Wood says it's a catch. Brandon Black says it's a catch. And if it's a catch on the field, it will stand. Kibro says only 5 toes down. Leon says Cameron Jordan. You know what? Cam Jordan, after that performance on Thursday night, hell, you need to consider him too. So I'll put Cam Jordan in there too. I will throw Cam Jordan in there too, although he's forearming people against their will and should have been flagged or ejected for what he did last week. But of course, we ain't talking about that. The call stands as called. So we're going to sit at a 1st and 10 for the Patriots. I'm not sure what the argument here was. Was it the feet? Was it the knees? Oh, perhaps his foot was off the floor after he gained possession. I see why they wanted to at least review that. All right, I understand it now, but of course, if they do call it on the field as a catch, it's very hard to overturn it. Brady takes the snaps, got some time, going deep, going towards the end zone. It appears that Edelman ran in when he was supposed to run out. Perhaps it was supposed to be a post corner, but Edelman said, you know what, I'm going to head to the post office and run a post. Pass incomplete, 53 seconds left to play in the half. 2nd and 10 for Josh McDaniels and his unit. Unfortunate situation. Take a look at the double coverage here on Edelman. Lining up in the slot. There it is. He just ran a seam. He ran a straight seam. I'm not sure what Brady wanted him to do, but evidently the telekinesis did not transpire and work for them. Brady looking towards his right. He'd connect with his man. He'd get out of bounds. And he'd be 1 yard short of picking up that Patriots timeout, but picks the first down, but conserves the timeouts because he did not go out of bounds. Or I should say he did go out of bounds, did not stay in bounds. 3rd and 1 for the Patriots. Brady, hand off to White. White picks up the first down. He's going to be tackled at the 39-yard line. The Patriots on the move. 40 seconds left to play. They're still letting time pass. They're not going to use that other timeout. They're slowly matriculating to the football. Now the timeout is called. Very odd that they did not call it at 40. But the Patriots have scored on their final first half possession and then after receiving the second half kickoff 31 times since 2008, that being the most in the NFL. What does that mean? They will defer to the second half as they always do. And if they get that final possession, it's imperative that they put points on the board back-to-back times. It's one of the reasons why, you remember when you were growing up and you were playing Madden, every time that you would win the toss, most often than not, you would just receive the kick because you want to get the scoring done immediately. Oh no, the better decision is always to defer. Because the second half, you have an opportunity to make those adjustments, and when you come out in that second half, you're going to want to have the football. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line in Texans territory. 41 seconds on the clock. The Texan safety is stepping down. Very dangerous position if he blitzes. Pass rusher 5. There's the pass from Brady. Headed towards Philip Dorsett. Broken up. What a great play in coverage. Setting up 2nd and 10. I'm not sure if this pass was supposed to be back shoulder. But Johnson Jr. with very good coverage. This man could cover a king-size bed with a twin-size bed comforter. Breaks up the pass. You know what? Some people would consider that pass interference. I would not. The ball hit a little bit off of his shin. He was playing a little bit of, a soccer out there. Here we go, 2nd and 10 from the 39. Watson in motion, Edelman going out. He will be on. Watson off. Brady takes the snap. Over the middle. Pass incomplete. Myers cannot hold on. He's been getting targeted quite a lot in this first half. I believe 6 passes have gone his direction. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are going live on the Hot Mic channel, or I should say we are live on the Hot Mic app as we speak. So if you have not downloaded the app already, take a look into the description. Look on your screen, go to the Play Store, or you can go to the App Store, download the app, utilize the promo code Adonis. Feel free to live tweet me as we go. We are very interactive here in Hold My Nugget Studios. The people power the show. 3rd and 10 from the 39. Brady takes the snap. Over the middle, the pass is batted down. The Patriots are going to have to punt or possibly take a heave towards the end zone. On 4th and 10. If I was them, just punt it away. But this is something that can be considered, because the Texans also have only 1 timeout. You can take a gamble here. But do you trust that your defense will hold? The defense that has had your back the entire season, with the exception of 1 game. But Brady's coming off of the field, helmet coming off of the head, punt unit going out onto the field. So if the Texans might want to get something done. That's very odd. The play clock went down to 0 and then restarted at 25. That's very bizarre. That should have been, given all of the time that just elapsed, this should be a delay of game. That's very odd. Huh. All right. Perhaps there's something that I am missing here. Whatever the case may be, the Patriots to punt the ball back to the Houston Texans. The punt falls at the 1. Good Lord. You talk about a good special teams unit. You've got to be kidding me. It's going to be fielded at the 5. I'd highly doubt the Texans will do anything to try to get, the football down the field. They're most likely going to go trot out there, take a knee, and go into halftime with a 14-3 lead. You talk about a good punt. Oh, my Lord. Fielded, just bounced right inside. I don't know where the Patriots are finding their special team unit, members, but Matthew Slater, as always, this guy finds his way to the Pro Bowl. I think he's a 7-time Pro Bowler. You got a very good punter. They make immediate tackles. They don't give up punt return touchdowns. These guys get it done when you need them to get it done, and Bill Belichick calls a timeout. But most likely, they're just going to take a knee anyway and expect to see the Patriots come out firing on all cylinders in the top of this second half, because Belichick will make his adjustments. Creeper Killer says, Chiseled, should Vinatieri retire after this year? You know what? I say he shouldn't, but I have a feeling that he will. I have a feeling that he will. And in 5 seconds' time, we will be heading over to the live stream for the 2019 NFL Week 13 game highlight commentary that should be premiering momentarily. And they take the knee, they're going to the half, and thus far in the first half, it's been somewhat exciting, in which we see the Houston Texans live at home in NRG Stadium take the knee and go into halftime up 14-3 over the reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. They will be receiving the second half kickoff, and once again, before we head over to the other stream to tune into the commentary, we are live on the Hot Mic app. Download the app if you have not already. And when halftime has elapsed, we will be right back here in Hold My Nugget Studios. I will be seeing you shortly. Remember, we are starting the commentary in a few minutes. And we are back. That happened fast. I was quicker to halftime than I thought. Well, we are about approaching halftime on the commentary video. Unfortunately, I got to turn back and tune in for the game. I missed the first play, but here we are, 2nd and 10 for the New England Patriots from the 25-yard line. Hand off. No, it's a play action fake. Brady looking down the middle. Pass intercepted once again. Then the Texans, could they head to? Oh, no, they would not head to McDonald's, but it's returned inside the 5. I believe that is Roby once again. Brady upset at himself. Already interceptions to kick off the game, but it appears to be on the defense. Indeed, it is on Roby. What do you know? Defensive holding. Makes me wonder, if it was pass interference, would you categorize this as a challengeable call? Ah, yes, that was a holding. Yes, indeed it was. Cannot deny that. That is holding. What was he doing? Future NFL MVP 021. Browns fan here. Good game, brother. Damn it. I know how you feel, man. I know how you feel. That's how I felt a few weeks ago. All right, 1st and 10, 14-12 in 14-12 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Hand off, pickup of about 4. And ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into the second half of your 2019 NFL Week 13 prime time Sunday Night Football game highlight commentary live in Hold My Nugget Studios and also on Hot Mic with the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. And we are live on Hot Mic. If you have not downloaded the app already or registered for the app, consider doing so. And if you are rocking with me on Hot Mic, I appreciate you for tuning back into the stream. Or if you stayed here the entire time, I do appreciate you. If you're a new listener, feel free to follow me so you can stay up to date with every time that I go live. And if you're here in YouTube, do me a favor, click that like button and let's see if we can get it up to 100. If you see me looking towards, well, on your screen, it'd be the left, but I'm looking towards my right. It is the commentary still premiering. I'm just making sure that things are still running smoothly. But I believe it is up on Facebook. It should be up on Instagram. But I'll tell you what's not up. That's the Patriots, because they're still facing an 11-point deficit here at the top of the 3rd quarter. Mohamed Sanu going in motion, or at least to get set. Even set up. Now he's going in motion. We've got a trips on the right-hand side. Brady takes the snap. He does not have time. He's sacked by Roby, the same man who intercepted him twice thus far this game. Only one stood. And it's going to be another Patriots punt. They cannot seem to figure out this Texans defense after going down the field and scoring a field goal to open up the game. And this has been a constant staple with the Patriots when it comes to them playing on the road. They are just not the same team. Not sure why that is, but they have some things that they have to work out. I'm pretty sure Belichick is not happy with that. I'm sure Josh McDaniels is not happy with that. If you took a look at Isaiah Wynn on the left-hand side, he did not even see the blitz whatsoever. His body never turned around. There was no concern there at all. The Texans would field the punt inside the 20 and proceed to return it to the 32-yard line. Matthew Slater went jumping over. So I don't think that's something that he's going to be very happy about. I'm surprised there was no flag that was there. But regardless, Brady curled up. Yeah, he did use defense curl, but it was not effective because, he still got sacked. And we're sitting at a 14-3 lead. Let's see how many people are in the building. Twitter. Let's see what the conversation is over here. And I appreciate you guys for still rocking with me. Hoodie Zay, Cam Jordan, yes. Fly Guy Gray 58. I guess the Pats didn't pay the refs or the Texans matched their pay. Shed Master says best sports commentary channel. I appreciate you. That guy Dean. I am absolutely disgusted with this offense as a Pats fan. That's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. But then again, every year you're not going to see the same form of consistency. Granted, you lost a Gronk. Granted, the O-line has been shifting left and right. Tom Brady still being 42. The receivers are a revolving door. You had Josh Gordon, then you didn't. You have Mohamed Sanu now, but his hands are just for decoration. Who knows how things play out? Kid Vicious puts 5 on it, says, I know it's late in the season, but have you considered doing a weekly power rankings video, perhaps instead of the post-game analysis? You know what? I was thinking of possibly doing something like that. However, I think the only rankings that would matter is the top 12. That is really the only rankings. But then at the same time, it does a disservice to the fans that have, or I should say the viewers that have, they're fans of a team that's not doing so well. So with the power rankings, I'm not going to talk extensively about a team that is ranked 32nd. Like, where will you ever hear anything about the Cincinnati Bengals? So I think I'll probably just keep the post game, although it does feel a little bit long. But I've been trying to figure out different ways to, make it much more entertaining than, hey, all right, we're talking to football here. So I got to figure out a way to do that, at least for next season, because we're closing in on the end of this season. So I'll probably just keep it up the same format. But I'll hear you out. I'll give it some thought. Bill Belichick against former assistants. He's 12-10 and 4-0 against Bill Bryan. In the regular season, at least. But he's beaten Bill O'Brien every single time. 1st and 10 for the Houston Texans from the 31-yard line. Watson takes the snap. He's going to break down in the pocket. He better protect that football. He's sacked by Hightower. Oh, my Lord. He does the same celebration that Chips Ahoy, Kyle Van Noy was doing. Resting on their backs and saying, oh, this is too easy. Let's see if Deshaun Watson makes them pay. We will find out. As it's set up 2nd and long. Very long at that. Trying to figure out what formation they're going to come out in. They're in empty. Defensively, the Patriots trying to even things out, but there is no high middle safety. I would like to see a post here. I would really like to. Oh, there's the one over the middle. Oh, he can't hold on to the football. I believe that was Kenny Stills or perhaps Kiki Cootie. What just happened? That should have been a reception. Could not hold on to the football. How unfortunate. I'm seeing a bunch of laughing emojis in the chat room of the commentary, so it appears that people are enjoying it. 3rd and 19 for the Texans. From the 22-yard line. Johnson in motion, sets up an empty formation for Deshaun Watson, takes the snap, connects with Johnson. He's got a convoy of bodies out in front. He needed 19. He only got 17. He'd be participating in the Frank Costanza challenge because he stopped short. Percy Femer asks, what are my thoughts on the Bears? I'll tell you right now, the Bears offense has done their defense a disservice all season long. They have a defense that can aid them in going a very long way, but that offense did them no favors this season. That is literally it. If their offense could conjure up, I'd say 3 touchdowns, they could be in business. They probably win maybe 3 to 4 more games than what they have right now. But their offense has cost them every step of the way. Minnesota Man says, thoughts on the Jets? Absolutely unfortunate. I think if Sam Darnold never got hurt, we're probably having a different conversation about the Jets this season. I think they're probably sitting at a 6 and 7. I think they're sitting at a what is it, 6 and 7? Oh, I think it'd be 6 and 6 at this point. I think they're sitting at a 6 and 6. I think they're sitting at a 5 and 7 sort of situation. But that's how the cookie crumbles. That is just how the cookie crumbles. And shouts out to everybody who's still rocking with me on Hot Mic. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't tuned in on Hot Mic, here are the links in the description here on YouTube. So you can tune in over there. Let's see if we can get our numbers on Hot Mic back up into the 60s. The Dragon Kid says, do you think Raquan Smith and Khalil Mack will be traded during their contracts? If so, where and when? I do not see that happening. I think they will still be together, at least on the Bears, moving forward. Tommy Griffin says, what's up, Chiseled? Go Steelers. Go Steelers indeed. Back to Twitter world we go. Let's see. Tyson says the Bills are hoping the Pats lose. They definitely are. And from my estimation, I believe the Bills have only played the Pats once so far this season, where we did see Josh Allen get knocked out of the game and Matt Barkley had to come in. So for the Bills case, they would love to make sure that the Pats do indeed lose. And if the Patriots don't have a very good history of making it far out of the wild card, so for most teams, they should be rooting against the Pats to have them lose and not have that first round bye. But given that they've only had one loss on the season thus far, the Texans having 4, the Chiefs having 4, it seems very tough to expect the Patriots to lose 2 of their next 4. So it seems like they might just mess around and be a lock for that first round bye. But then again, it's any given Sunday. Travis Blake God is Dean. I think we should be caught up on Twitter. Yeah, I think we're caught up on Twitter. All right. Be more Birds, Steelers, Ravens, Week 17. Who you got? We'll find out when Week 17 rolls around. Let's see. First and 10 for the New England Patriots. They're most likely backed up inside their own 10 at the 7. Hand off to James White. He sneaks. Oh, no, that's Sony Michel. Sneaks his way through a couple of holes, picks up 4 to set up 2nd and 6. Anthony says, do you think the Saints will make a Super Bowl run this year? It's highly plausible. It's highly plausible. There's no reason why they should not be able to pull it off. 2nd and 5. Bill Belichick snarling at the team from their 11.5-yard line. 6 seconds on the play clock. Edelman in motion. Brady takes the snap. We're looking towards his left. Throws it towards nobody. That's bizarre. Was there an eligible receiver? But the Yankees, 12 consecutive seasons winning 90-plus games between 1949 and 1957. The Spurs, 18 consecutive seasons with 50-plus wins, 99 to 2017. And the Patriots, 17 consecutive seasons with 10-plus wins since 2003 until now. So, needless to say, dynasties upon dynasties upon dynasties. Say what you want about the New England Patriots, but I'll tell you this much, those guys are consistent. Absolutely consistent. They find a way to continually win games despite who they line up against, despite who's on their team, despite trial and tribulation, despite Goodell suspending their quarterback. They find a way to win games. Now, granted, their past 3 Super Bowls, there are things that could have been done differently for the opposing team to win, but you got to go with what happened, and they walked away with the W. I should say their last 3 Super Bowl wins, because the last 3 Super Bowls, they're 2 of 3, and Philadelphia did give them that L. 3rd and 5. From the 11, Brady takes the snap. Looking right, the pass is caught by, I believe that should be Mohamed Sanu, for a Patriots first down. And the commentary should be coming to an end. We had 1,422 in the room over there. But Mohamed Sanu with the dig route, catching the pass right in front of Jonathan Joseph. Old man Joseph simply could not stop him. 9:25 left to play in the third quarter. Hand off to James White. Running outside. He's got a chance to go. Justin Reed takes him down. Ooh, that's a scary tackle on the arm. But big time carry for James. I may be black, but the Patriots keep me around because my last name is White. He almost broke one out there. He really runs like he waddles. And everybody tuning into the stream, I appreciate you guys coming over from the commentary. Thank you guys for tuning in. Means a lot from watching it. I see some of you guys really did enjoy it. I'm glad that you did. It should be up on Instagram. Let me just check to make sure. Indeed, it is up. Pass nearly intercepted by Justin Reed. The Patriots offense, when White is on the field, they're going to pass. When Michel is on the field, they're going to run. And both are the highest amongst running backs. So what does that mean? If you are a coach and you see James White in the game, they might just pass. If you're a coach and you see Sony Michel in the game, they might just run. Second and 10, 49-yard line of the New England Patriots. Brady takes the snap, hand off to James White, pickup of 6. And they enter Texans territory. And there's Deshaun Watson on the sideline, still sitting at the same score. We'll see what transpires. It's 3rd and 4 in Texans territory for the New England Patriots. Let's see what they can do on this drive. They desperately need to get into the end zone, let alone put points on the board. Tom Brady looking around, 3rd and 4. Can the Texans get a stop here? They've got bodies lined up on the line of scrimmage. 4-man pass rush. They can possibly get to Brady, but Mohamed Sanu falls down directly at the first down marker once again, but it appears that he will be stopped a little bit short. He's going to need a couple of inches. Ooh, not the best spot for the ball, man. Not the best spot for the ball, but it's 4th and inches. What will the Patriots do here? And we've got 254 in the room on YouTube. Do me a favor, if you have not already, download the Hot Mic app. If you have iOS or Android, there are all of the links in the comment section. It's also in the description. Download the link. Use the promo code Adonis. Send it to a friend. Send it to a friend's friend. Send it to a friend's a friend a friend. All right, 4th and inches. Play action fake. Brady over the middle. Pass broken up. Dropped by Mohamed Sanu. He's headed to the sideline asking himself, what happened to my hands? As they would fail to convert. The secondary for the Texans comes together once again. Look at the catch. It should have been caught by Sanu. His gloves did him no favors. Old man Jonathan Joseph celebrating like he did something, but his presence was in the area, so of course he can celebrate and show his dental plan that they're doing a good job. Let his hygienist, let his dentist know he has pearly whites as it's broken up, and the Texans are going to take over in quite favorable, auspicious, salubrious field position. Can they add to their point total? We'll find out momentarily. Be More Bird says Sanu ain't worth a 2nd-round pick. You are correct. I thought he would be used much more in the realm of versatility. I thought he'd be throwing more passes in a trick play sort of format. However, that does not seem to be the case. Apparently, there's a petition out to make the Eagles walk home after losing to a Miami team. I mean, it's kind of late to have them walk home. I'm pretty sure nobody in the Eagles front office are sitting here looking at Instagram or looking at Facebook or looking at Twitter or looking online at that to say, wait a minute, they got a petition to see you guys walk home because you guys lost to a 2-win Miami team. That's hilarious, though. Mohamed Sanu's hands are made of butter. You are absolutely correct. Let's see what's going on in Twitter world. Beast Mode 45 says, how far do you think the Ravens will go in the playoffs? Well, we'll find out when we get there, but they are a serious contender to go all the way. Clever Name says, I think My bad. I think I cut out when you answered my question. You believe in the Madden curse? Oh, okay. Um, well, I said perhaps. I do believe in the Madden curse. It varies. Net Strike says Nick Folk have a better chance seeing Bill Cosby become the star of the next season of The Bachelor than see you make a kick. Intriguing. I see what you got going on over there. That's not too bad. Skip Bayless tweets out, "How about them Cowboys?" Or, pardon me, he says, "How about them Eagles?" For shame after your Cowboys lost as well. But 4:08 left to play in the third. 14-3 is still your score. Let's see if something can happen here for the Houston Texans. Handoff, gain of what should be 2 for Duke Johnson. Let's take a look. Perhaps they're reviewing to see if there was pass interference here. You know what? I understand why there could be some frustration. Perhaps they could have called the pass interference on that play or illegal contact. That seems as if that was past 5 yards. So I get it. But it's 2nd and 7. Watson takes the snap, looking left. Pass too far out for Duke Johnson. He could have done something with that ball had it been a better ball. And you know what is funny? I see a lot of quarterbacks nowadays, like Deshaun Watson, rather than having their mouthpiece in their mouth, they're out here chewing gum as they go. That's always been fascinating to me. Are you not concerned if you get hit a bit hard? Are you not a little bit worried that, your teeth could possibly be shattered? 3rd and 7 from the 44-yard line. Watson takes the snap, pass over the middle, caught by DeAndre Hopkins? No, caught by Kenny Stills? Caught by Kiki Cootie? But it's going to be a first down. I believe that is Kenny Stills. What number does Kiki Cootie wear? 16. No wonder. I've been so confused for so long. And here we go. 1st and 10. Great catch. Deshaun Watson keeps it himself. Oh, no. He tried to rifle it to his man, but threw it far too fast. But we've got some laundry on the field. Let's see what the call is. Let me close this laptop. I don't need it anymore. Waiting to see what the flag is for. There's some laundry on the field. 5:55 left to play. Illegal man down the field. The penalty will be declined. Repeat the 2nd down. With 5:55 left to play in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. The score is 14-3 in favor of the Houston Texans. We saw the Patriots go down the field and score on their opening possession, but they've done absolutely nothing since. The Texans in Patriots territory at the 35-yard line, going deep for Will Fuller. Pass caught. No, it is dropped in the end zone. Will Fuller couldn't hold on to the football. But the referees say touchdown. Wait a minute. Hold on now. What is going on? There's nothing. Wait. What is happening? Am I in a genjutsu or what? Will Fuller knows he doesn't have a touchdown. He's not celebrating whatsoever. There's the catch. There's the steps. Did he control the ball to the ground? No, he did not. That is incomplete. They're going to review this, and they will call this and overturn it and say it's an incomplete pass. Will Fuller walking back to the huddle, he's going to be asking himself, what happened to my hands? Great defense by Jones on the back end, getting his hand in there and swiping the ball to make sure that he could not maintain possession. Because when we talk about catches, remember, you got to have the ball. Not only do you have to catch it, you have to control and maintain through contact with the ground. If you cannot do that, it will not be deemed a reception. These are imperative when trying to make sure you catch the football. Big Anime Tittles, Big Anime Titties Jr. says, what is a catch in the NFL? It's funny you might ask that. If only there was a guy who did a 3-part series on what a catch in the NFL is. Oh, wait a minute. That guy is me. Let's take a look to see what people are saying on Twitter. Steven Oates says, I'm playing Madden 20 right now while watching the stream, and I have Shazier and Minka Fitzpatrick on my team. That sounds awesome. Bitter Samurai says, Skip is going to be on suicide watch if the Cowboys lose to my Bears. I'll tell you this much, it's highly plausible. Cribbo, how do you feel about the AFC South? You know, I feel as if this year is a very entertaining race. Very entertaining race. I still have the Texans winning, but damn it, Tennessee. Tennessee's looking good, man. Tennessee is looking good. Is that it on Twitter? I think that is it on Twitter. Shedmaster DMs me and says, who's the worst QB in the NFL right now? Who is the worst QB in the NFL right now? I am dumbfounded. No clue who that'd be. Absolutely no clue who that would be. Worst QB in the league right now. Like starter? Who is the worst QB in the league right now? Perhaps Ryan Lindley? Ryan Finley? Maybe Ryan Finley. If we talk performance over the course of the last couple of weeks, you'd probably have to lean towards Phillip Rivers. You can't say Jameis Winston because Jameis Winston's winning football games. Nathan Peterman's not in the game. Mitch Trubisky, perhaps. The referees deem it an incomplete pass, which is the correct call. Somebody said Watson. All right. Mason Rudolph. He's been playing bad, but he's been playing very bad, but he's won some games now. Luke Falk. I think I'd have to lean, if we're talking starting quarterbacks, Ryan Finley, Phillip Rivers, Mason Rudolph. I think that's pretty much it. I'm not going to use Marcus Mariota because he didn't throw any picks until his game when he ended up getting benched. He played very average. 3rd and 10. Watson going towards the end zone. Pass going to be caught by Kenny Stills. Touchdown, Texans. They take a 20-3 lead. And look at Chips Ahoy, Kyle Van Noy standing there while Deshaun Watson plays a little bit of the guitar. 6-play, 58-yard, 1 minute, 27-second drive. Tom Brady with his head down. J.J. Watt celebrating. He says, give me some more of that hurricane money. I want to build houses for people who are less fortunate. And I want to watch my team go out here and score touchdowns. Look at the post corner from Kenny Stills. Jones never stood a chance from the minute that he came off the line. DeAndre Hopkins on the other side, double covered, with Will Fuller on that side as well. Deshaun Watson said, I got 2 dreadlock people on the right. The coverage is going to roll that direction. Let me go to the weak side where there is no dreadlocks, connected with Kenny Stills for the Texans touchdown, and now they're up by a 3-possession game. They can put in a field goal here and make it an 18-point lead. But it's up to Kaimi Fairbairn to make that happen. Now remember, the Patriots have come back from 3-possession deficits before. We could talk about in the Super Bowl. You want to talk about in regular season? They did it to Peyton Manning and the Broncos when they led 24-0. And the extra point is kicked through the uprights, and it is good. 21-3 lead with 5:41 left to play, or if you want to add everything together, 20 minutes and 41 seconds. But can the Texans hold on? Thus far, they're playing very, very good football. They're running the football effectively, taking time off of the clock. They're controlling the time of possession. They're putting pressure on Tom Brady, and they're nullifying the Patriots' run game. This is the way to beat the Patriots. The Patriots play from the inside out when it comes to their football plan, passing the football. So when you take away the middle of the field, I said passing plan, passing the football. When it comes to their passing attack, all right, you take away that middle of the field, you bring pressure, you can always contend with the Patriots. It's very hard to do, though, because they're an exceptionally coached team. But with 20:41 left to play, Deshaun Watson, 3 TD passes on the day. The Patriots defense in the first 11 games of this season, they've only allowed 4 passing touchdowns. Tonight, they've given up 3. And coming into this game, I said Deshaun Watson, I felt in my spirit he'd put out a virtuoso performance. My score prediction for this game was 17-14. Well, damn it, it's 21-3. The kickoff will go into the end zone. It will not be returned by the Patriots. And here we are, the Patriots facing an 18-point deficit. Tom Brady coming back to the field. Let's see if they can pull another classic out of their gluteal cleft. Ooh, boy. Can they pull it off? Texans cheerleaders dancing, smiling at the camera. One of those ladies' hairlines was in the, good Lord. Her forehead was in the present day, but her hairline was in the civil rights movement. God, dog. All right, handoff to James White, pickup of 2. Nicky DeFish puts 199 on it. He puts 199 on it. It says, love your content. I appreciate you for tuning in. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're tuned in on YouTube, do me a favor. All right, click that like button. And let's see if we can get our likes up to 200. And more importantly, if you got an iPhone, Android, whatever the case may be, there are links in the bio, links in the chat room. Just click those downloadable links. Or I should say, click those links, download the Hot Mic app, or pre-register. Use the promo code Adonis. It's absolutely free. Get it on your phone and listen to me in real time. We are giving power back to the creator on the Hot Mic app. You don't got to listen to Al Michaels. You don't got to listen to Chris Collinsworth. You listen to a creator of your choice. The Patriots offense the last 2 games have been 2 touchdowns, 15 points, 290 yards, and 8 for 30 on third down. Tonight, they've got 0 touchdowns, 3 points, 202 yards, and they're 5 for 12 on third down. What does that mean? Mediocrity. That's what it means. 1st and 10 for the Patriots from the 35. Brady, hand off to James White, loss of 2. Buckner comes flying in. Candace Leach puts 5 on it. Says, congrats to the Steelers. Congrats on the Steelers' victory. The Pats probably watched your video and took notes on how strong the dreadlock power is. Well, I would hope that they took notes on how strong the dreadlock power is, because if they did, they wouldn't be getting shellacked thus far in this game, where they're doing a whole lot of nothing. All right? Let's see what will happen here on 2nd and 11. Brady takes the snap, looking towards his left, looks back towards his right. Connects with Myers. He's got some space out in front. He picks up a first down, falls into Patriots territory, Texans territory, but there's a flag on the play, holding on the offense. The entire play is coming back. And who's it's on? The Cannon. Because he's participating in the Bow Wow Challenge. Let me hold you. And he's getting the flag. That's not what you want to see. Take a look outside. Took him to the ground. What is he doing? Josh McDaniels is upset. Upset. He looks like somebody, but I can't recall what the person's name is. I have a face in my head. I can't remember what the person's name is. 2nd and 21. The Patriots at their own 24-yard line. Brady looking right. Connects with James. I may be black, but the Patriots keep me around because my last name is White. He'd only pick up 2. 3rd and long for the New England Patriots. Romeo Crennel rejoining the staff. Well, he's not rejoining the staff. He's just over there for the Texans. He's going against his old team. Because he won a couple of Super Bowls with that Patriots, defense. Texans 6 DBs on the field. The Patriots 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end. But they ain't throwing it to the tight end. 3rd and 17. Brady takes the snap. Looks over the right-hand side. Caught by Watson. He's got enough to pick up a first down as the Texans would fail to make the tackle and stop this man from crossing the first down marker. This is what you need sure tacklers for. Roby had an opportunity to stop that drive and tried to go low because Watson's a bigger man and failed to make that tackle. This can come back to haunt the Texans, and this will be a play that Roby will be thinking about in the next couple minutes if the Patriots find a way to put points on the board. Now back at the 49-yard line in Texans territory, play action fake. Brady looking to go deep. Passes it to the 30. Wide open is Myers. He would not make Reed miss. He'd go out of bounds at the 12, but once again, there's laundry on the field. And it appears Bill O'Brien is hot. There's a defender who is down. We'll see what the call is, but it does not seem as if it's going to be on the Patriots. Dorsett's walking backwards, but let's find out what the call is. It could be on Julian Edelman. Yes, it is. Yes, offensive pass interference. Julian Edelman just put a shoulder into a defender. What in the world was that? Call him Oscar from, is it Oscar from Sesame Street? Because right now, that was a dirty move. And they've got a member of the secondary who is down. And if you already know, the Texans have been dealing with secondary issues all season long. And I believe this was the one particular game in which people were actually healthy. With 2:27 left to play in the third quarter, the score is currently 21-3 in favor of the Houston Texans, where they have had all of the momentum throughout this entire game. Let's see what people have to say on Twitter. Hoodie Zay says, how does the Chargers keep finding ways to lose? It's making me mad. They've been doing this for a decade. Dylan Dunn says, which backup WB has the best performance until the starter came back? Well, I think you're speaking about the quarterback. Oh, yeah, he's met the quarterback. Without question, Teddy Bridgewater, and it's not even close. Tyson says the best wide receiver, Michael Thomas this season, and it's not even close. Spencer, the Texans have to do everything in their power to avoid getting the 28-3, or the Patriots will guarantee a comeback as Tom Brady's under duress, the pass incomplete. I'll say this much. The Texans just have to run the football. There's a flag, though. So perhaps they're going to call it a hold. Holding offense once again on James White. Well, what do you know? The Patriots are shooting themselves in the foot. I've seen a ton of laundry on the field against the Patriots thus far, and this is very uncharacteristic of them. But like I was saying, regarding the Patriots having to make a comeback, one of the biggest things that continually gets overlooked regarding the Patriots' comeback in Super Bowl 51 is the lack of, football IQ by the Falcons. After they went and took the 28-3 lead, they only ran the football 4 times. 4 times. In the third and fourth quarter, 4 times after they took the 28-3 lead. If you're still out here throwing the football when you're up by 3 possession, or I should say, if it's 4 possession game and you're still throwing the football, you did it to yourself. The Texans just need to run the football. Julian Edelman wide open, not a single Texan around. He's got a couple of blocks. He falls at the 25-yard line. But as I said, if the Texans want to win this football game, keep the Patriots out of the end zone, but run the damn football. You've had running plays that's given you positive yardage and set up third and manageable or second and manageable. Run the football. Wide open was Julian Edelman. You kidding me? Where was the defense? They were not present whatsoever. And now 1st and 10 in Texans territory at the 25 following all those series of penalties. Play action fake. Brady looking towards his right. He overthrows James White. Incomplete. Squire Simpson says, congratulations to your Steelers. I appreciate you. Cap 2 for Tassin says the Patriots not playing like a 10-1 team. They're not. CJ Lloyd says, the only reason I got the Hot Mic app is because of the Chiseled Adonis. I appreciate you. That means a lot. And last but not least, Dylan Dunn says the worst QB this season is Andy Dalton. 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Brady takes the snap, play action once again. Philip Dorsett should be wide open. He looks his direction. He connects with Dorsett, and that should be good enough for it. No, it's going to be a pickup of 9. It's going to be 3rd and a little bit short. Great job from Brady avoiding that pass rush. He always does that step in and then knifes his way out. Take a look here. He steps in, minimal sort of movement. A lot of young quarterbacks step all the way in and take too much steps forward. Brady, being a complete technician, knows how to maneuver in that pocket when things break down. 3rd and inches. Hand off to James White. He's got enough for us. Patriots first down. Edbis the sickest puts 2 on it. Says, shout out to the Chargers. Kavari Russell for the win. Chargers just find ways to lose football games, man. All 8 games that they lost this season from a touchdown or less, that's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Just like the Lions, they've had the lead in the fourth. They've had the lead in all 12 games this season, 8 of which in the fourth quarter. Good Lord Almighty, this man's hands are just for decoration. His hands are just for decoration. You got to be kidding me. This man couldn't catch a damn Jew in a synagogue. You got to be kidding me. How can't you catch that football? What is wrong with his hands? Get it together. Get it together. Sean Baxley says, do you think the Patriots good for the win? It's too early. Well, I can't really say it's too early. It's rather late now that it's hitting the fourth quarter with 25 seconds left to play in the third quarter. The Patriots still can come back because they can turn this all around in the second in the fourth quarter, but they need a touchdown here. That's for sure. They cannot settle for a field goal. Brady takes the snap on 2nd and 10. Looking towards his right, nothing is there. Looking back towards his left. He's still got time. He throws the football away. Great coverage by the Texans there. The pass rush was doing just enough. When they finally got a breakthrough, Brady could do nothing but go to the ground. Look at the snap to pass. The Texans would drop 7 into coverage. And look at the flow of the line. Magnificent job. Nobody over pursued. People kept their contained. And when they had to condense, they condensed. That shows a well-coached football team. 3rd and 10 for the New England Patriots from their own 12-yard line. Or pardon me, from the Texans' 12-yard line. Brady looking towards his left. James White wide open. And Myers boxing out the defense as the Patriots would finally find their way into the end zone for the touchdown. 12-play, 75-yard drive, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. B. Moore Bird says, what happened to the chiseling of the unchiseled Adonis? You know, the last 2 weeks I said I had to release the next episode. I never did it. This week, I can promise you I will have it uploaded. I finished up one of my final shows, stand-up shows for the year, this past Friday in Harlem. So shout out to anybody who did pull up. Or I should say shout out to those of you guys who did pull up to the 2/5 show. But yeah, so now I have much more time on my hands, at least regarding the week. So I'll have that up for you. I think tomorrow I should have it up. Yeah, tomorrow I think I should have it up because it's really just me in this video. So yeah, I should have it up tomorrow. I'm sorry it's been so long, man. So much stuff has been going on, but closing out the final lap of the year, stand-up performances and everything like that. So I'll keep you posted on when these other videos is coming up. I have some other stand-up material that I have to put for you. I'll have some of my crowd work, some small bits here and there. I don't want to post bits that I'm still working on because obviously, why would I post this now and then post it 2 months later? You're hearing the same joke. But you guys can let me know what you want to hear. But the Patriots looking to take out their Uno cards and give the Texans 2 for their mistakes. But there was a flag on the field with 11 seconds left to play. Patriots trailing 21-9 as they line up for the extra point following the flag. The kick going to be from the 28. So you had 10, 38 yards. Here we go. There's the extra point. Wide to the left. He missed it. He missed the extra point. Kai Forbath missed the extra point. Good Lord in heaven. An opportunity to make it an 11-point game, and he missed the extra point. So the lead remains at 12. It still is a two-possession game. However, if the game was at 11, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal, score a touchdown, make an extra point. Now it's definitely a two-touchdown game. There is no possible way you can finagle this into a field goal and touchdown. Nick Knorr asks, do you watch Pittsburgh Dag? I usually it usually pops up as a recommended video, so I will watch the shorts that he does after. I think he does have some funny sketches. It's not necessarily my brand of comedy, but it works for what it is. I usually get a chuckle out of it. I have to try Iron City beer. After watching, I always wonder, like, man, I got to try Iron City beer. But yeah, good on him, man. He's got himself a niche. He had going to the training camps and stuff like that. I do want to go to Latrobe at one point, maybe next year, who knows? But yeah, I do watch Pittsburgh Dad when I get the opportunity. But good Lord, Kyle Forbath missed that extra point. That is big. That is big. Some people would think, well, it'd still be a two-possession game, but like I said, there's significance in him missing that kick. There's a lot of significance there because now it is imperative that the Patriots score 2 touchdowns. And if you are unaware, the NFL is doing the 100th anniversary team for each position. And they completed the list for running backs. I believe they completed the list for the defensive linemen as well, and the linebackers as well. So those 3 positions are filled. There's a ton of bias to the old age players versus the new age ones, which I understand. However, there's some names that should not be not shown or omitted from the list. Like LaDainian Tomlinson not being on the list of the top 12 greatest running backs of all time, that's ludicrous to me. When we talk about defensive linemen, or I should say, matter of fact, no, linebackers, the fact that Derek Thomas' name is not on that list, that bothers me. Defensive linemen, there was one name on the D-line that really bothered me that was not there, and I am missing it. Warren Sapp not being on the list, that bothers me. Yeah, I think it was just Warren Sapp. Yeah, when it comes to defensive linemen, Warren Sapp not being there, that bothers me. But yeah, outside of those 3 names, there was a ton of other guys that should have been there but weren't. But still, it's kind of odd to me that those 3 guys did not get onto the list. Elite the King says J.J. Watt. You know what? J.J. Watt has 4 seasons that were absolutely out of this world, but the 3 seasons, including this one in which he did get hurt, don't do him any favors. Like, I understand why people say he should be on the list, but I understand why he didn't make it. The Stuffing says, is this Hold My Nugget Studios? Yes, indeed it is. And it can be Hold My Nugget Studios on your phone if you tune in to the Hot Mic app on the App Store and also in the Play Store. You just click those links right there. Use the code Adonis. It's invite only. Let your friends know. Download the app and, vibe with me. Come into the Hold My Nugget Studios. On Hot Mic right now, we are sitting at 52 viewers in the room, and shout out to everybody who is there on Hot Mic. I appreciate you guys for tuning into the stream, and if you're new to Hold My Nugget Studios, consider following. We've got a good number of people who are in the building right now. I appreciate you guys for tuning into the game. We've had a good one where we see the Patriots, who finally found their way into the end zone but still trail against the Houston Texans. In a game in which Deshaun Watson has thrown for 3 touchdowns, where we've seen the Patriots only give up 4 touchdowns through the air the entire year. And if you took a look at the standings, Buffalo is right behind New England. New England with 9 wins, Buffalo with Buffalo with 9 wins, New England with 10. If New England suffers a loss here, Buffalo has an opportunity the next time that they play them to maybe get their hands on that division. Nick Noor puts $4.99 on it once again as Deshaun Watson finds Fells, who can't hold on to the football. But he says, if you're going to training camp in Latrobe, I will buy you an Iron City beer at Dino's. You know what? I will hold you to that, brother. I will hold you to that. Next year, we will see. Holding on defense, that's going to be an automatic first down, despite the fact that the Texans' hands were just for decoration. That's going to be on Jones. Let's see where they said the hold came from. On the release, there was a little bit of illegal hands to the face. There's a holding of the shoulder pad. Perhaps that is what influenced the drop, because coming out of the break, the football was already coming out. The hand is inside the shoulder pad. He was caressing his collarbone. You can't do that. That is why there's laundry on the field. Hand off to Duke Johnson. Big time hole. He holds on to the football. Although he's a little bit spine busted by Devin McCourty, it's still good enough for a Texans first down. What does that mean? They continue to do what has been working all game. Deshaun Watson on the run, he's 3 for 6, 62 yards, 3 TDs, and 126.4 passer rating when he's on the move. What does that mean? Your contained defensive linemen or your linebackers got to get outside and stay at home. Deshaun Watson has been able to get out of the pocket and have a ridiculous amount of time every time he's got outside, because the Patriots' defensive linemen and their linebackers are not doing a good job containing this man. If you remember in the first quarter or the second, Simon had an opportunity to sack Deshaun Watson, and he pretty much went shoulder pad to shoulder pad, the shoulder strap to shoulder strap, I might add, and could not bring him down. Deshaun Watson, they have listed here on the screen, as swaggy, confident, magnetic, brilliant, humble, smart, competitor, patient, survivor, fearless, dog, poised. This man is all of those characteristics and more. And more importantly, he's trying to be a winner in the NFL. He's won everywhere that he's been. He's trying to make sure he can win here in the big boy leagues. Play action fake for Watson, rolling towards his right. Remember that perfect passer rating. He finds another completion to Duke Johnson. He's going to be stopped short of the first down. However, it's only third down. It's going to set up 3rd and 1. The Texans looking to take the dead Namekian to the mausoleum because they're looking to put the nail in the coffin, put the dagger into the epidermis, and they have an opportunity here. In my humble opinion, I believe if they score a touchdown on another lengthy drive, they can honestly put this game away with the way that their defense is playing. But of course, it's any given Sunday. You got to play until the time is at 000, so we will find out. But on 3rd and 1, there's some movement up front. This is going to be a false start on the Texans. Given that it's going to be 3rd and 6, I say depending on the formation, or I should say the defense of the Patriots, I would like to see either a draw here or a quarterback. Well, it's going to be a quarterback keep, either a boot or a draw. But I'm going to keep it with the feet of Deshaun Watson, depending on what kind of coverage that I see the Patriots come out in. Judging by the personnel, I think I see 5 DBs. Take a look at the coverage that they have here. All right, so they're all at the line over here. You have 1-on-1. Everything is singled up. Will Fuller going in motion. I'd like to see a slant on the middle from Fuller. It doesn't happen, but it's a connection to DeAndre Hopkins. And he beat Gilmore 1-on-1. If they do show a replay of that from the full field view, you can see Will Fuller would have been wide open and probably with his speed could have taken it to the house if he ran the slant and not the whip. But they're showing the weak side, and look at this release. DeAndre Hopkins fakes out and then goes in. That is a great route there. Gilmore was with them step for step, but there was just enough separation from Hopkins. And there is Hopkins' mother, who is unfortunately blind, but she can see her son score touchdowns every single week because you feel it in the spirit. Hand off to Duke Johnson, pickup of 1. But they are in Patriots territory, and more importantly, that clock is still moving. They have scored 2 touchdowns on very lengthy drives, eating up the clock, and that is how you beat the Patriots. Time of possession. You must contain the clock. You look at the statistics. You see Duke Johnson only has 8 rushes for 33 yards. You see he probably has 5 catches for 54 yards and a TD. A lot of people would say, well, that's not even 100 yards of total offense. But every single time he has had the football in his hands, it's been positive yardage. Positive yardage is always great. You don't need to have the 100-yard games. If you have 65-yard games with every single time you're falling forward and setting up third and manageable, you're doing great for your team. Watson over the middle. Hopkins wide open. Good Lord, he got to protect that football. But he's inside the 15. It looked like the man was dribbling. He tried to put the football over his head. Hopkins is feeling himself. He's down at the 16. And remember what I said. If they can score here, I do believe the Texans would put the dead Namekian in the funeral home and put the nail in the coffin. Great route by Hopkins. Great pass by Watson. Right over the middle. I would like to see I'd like to see a stretch probably towards the left here. 5 DBs in the game. There's a stretch going towards the right. Damn. The tackle couldn't get the block outside. Or the guard. That would have been great for Duke Jackson, but it did not happen that way. We're not seeing too much of Carlos Hyde. So perhaps either he got hurt or they just decided, hey, this is the better running back to roll with right now. But 2nd and 7 for the Houston Texans. DeAndre Hopkins versus Stephon Gilmore. Thus far, he's been targeted 3 times with 3 catches, 450 yards. So needless to say, he's been winning. At least when the ball is thrown his direction. But the times that it's not thrown his direction, Stephon Gilmore's doing his job. I would hit Johnson here, but that didn't happen. But there's a flag on the play. And they're going to get it on Duke Johnson. The Texans are having nothing but fun out there. Bill O'Brien is outclassing Bill Belichick from where we stand right now. They're calling the right plays, and to be quite honest with you, that would have been a touchdown if he does not get held back. So good job by Roberts holding on to Johnson and preventing him from being free. Percy Femer says you should go to the Comedy Store. You know what? I have to get into the Comedy Strip where in New York before they leave. So I'm definitely working on that. My thing is just getting a solid 15 minutes that I can go anywhere with. And that's what I've been working on. I think I have maybe like 4 or 5 solid things that I can use anywhere. But my improv is second to none. Oh, my Lord, they ran an option. Wait a minute here. They ran an option from Hopkins to Watson. Are you kidding me? Touchdown Texans. Wow. Wow, 9-play, 75-yard drive, 5 minutes, 18 seconds, 27-9 lead. They ran an option with Hopkins. Look at this play here. It was a handoff to Duke Johnson, then the jet back over to DeAndre Hopkins into an option to Watson. Good Lord in heaven, I have not seen that since I was in high school. Are you kidding me? What a play call. What a play call. Somebody get a wheelbarrow for Bill O'Brien because this man's balls are gigantic to call that. You kidding me? What a play. Touchdown Texans. People who don't know football are wondering, hey man, that's a forward lateral. Oh no, that's an option. That is an option. You can do that 100 yards down the field. Are you kidding me? What a play. What a play. Wow, I have not seen that in the NFL perform that way. I am giddy. I am excited. I am filled with joy. Not to see the Patriots suffer, but to see an option play like that. I'm sure it's under review. I think they're wondering to see if this was perhaps, did he fumble out of the end zone, but he maintained all of the possession when he broke the plane. That should be a touchdown, and I believe that should stand, in which it is confirmed Kaimi Fairbairn is out there with the Kia sponsorship on his jersey to give them a 28-9 lead, and if you know your math, that's 19 points. Kick through the uprights, and it is good. But there's some laundry on the field once again. Steve Belichick talking to Bill Belichick, and he's saying, son, I want you to understand, I spoke to the defense before, and I said if they could not stop the Texans, I'm taking their game check. I'm now talking to the coaches. If we cannot get ourselves together, I'm taking your game checks as well. Bill Belichick will have all of the bankroll by the end of this game. Good Lord. Not only are the Texans playing stupendous football on the field, the coaches are doing their job from the sideline. This was all coaching on this entire drive. Bill Belichick is being outcoached. He is being outmanned. He is being outclassed by Bill O'Brien. He says enough is enough and it's time for a change. I'm tired of losing 4 consecutive games to Bill Belichick. And he's coaching his buttocks off this particular game. You've got to be kidding me. The big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. And you saw DeAndre Hopkins make those big-time plays twice on this drive. You saw Deshaun Watson stand in the pocket with confidence and deliver balls despite the fact having the Patriots pass rush in his face. You've seen Duke Johnson get positive yards drive after drive after drive. And more importantly, the offensive line is holding up. And we knew coming into the season, the Texans' questions are that offensive line. Can they protect for Deshaun Watson? And this particular game, they are. And remember what I told you when you saw Kyle Van Noy go to the ground and celebrate laying down with his foot up, making it seem as if he's relaxing. What happened? Next drive, Texans scored. You saw Hightower get a sack. What did he do? Celebrated on his back with his leg up. What happened? Now Texans up by 3 scores. Play if you want to. They ain't going to make you pay. As Kendrick Lamar once said, sit down, be humble. And you being humbled right now, being punched in the mouth from that team in Houston, making sure that the Baltimore Ravens, who are watching this game, celebrating in utter jubilation at the chance of having the #1 seed in the AFC and undisputably being the best team in the NFL. Nolan says, can we watch the game? You got to turn on your television for that. Because the purpose of this particular stream is to substitute the commentary that you're hearing on your television. You don't got to listen to Al Michaels. You don't got to listen to Chris. Now, here's a guy, Collinsworth. You listen to the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis, live on Hot Mic. And do me a favor, if you're watching on YouTube and you are yet to click that like button, do me a favor. We've only got 209 on the likes. We've got 410 in the room. Click that like button. Let's get those likes up to 250. It would do us a huge favor, bring more traction to the channel, and then we grow our family, or I should say our employees, in Hold My Nugget Studios. And more importantly, download the Hot Mic app if you have not already. Click those links. Use the promo code Adonis. If you're watching on the Hot Mic app as we speak, I appreciate you for tuning in. And if you are a new subscriber, or I should say a new watcher, consider hitting the follow button and, tune in to Hold My Nugget Studios every single time that we go live. We're also interacting with individuals on Twitter. Let's see what people have to say. Gap2 Assassin says the Patriots not playing Sony PlayStation Michelle tonight. Well, given that they have the highest, rush percentage when Michelle is in the game and a higher passing percentage when White is in the game, given that they're at a 3-point deficit, or I should say 3-touchdown deficit, they can't afford to have to use Sony PlayStation Michelle now because he's not a better receiving option than James White. So as far as I'm concerned, he's pretty much done for the day outside of short yardage situations like a 3rd and 2 or a 2nd and 2. So I don't expect to see him anymore. Louis Ritana says, game is done. Pat's offense not the same without Gronk. Go to bed, folks. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say, hey, it's not the same without Gronk. Well, obviously it's not, but we've seen 11 games thus far this season. If you come to that estimation now, I mean, that's kind of late. James Watt stays on his feet but would not pick up any additional yards. He's going to be stopped for no gain or possibly a gain of 1. Rob Riggles says, Kareem, I kick more women than a fetus inside of a womb hunt. Chiseled Adonis has done it again. Yes, indeed, I did say that on the commentary. If you had an opportunity to catch the weekly commentary that went live during halftime, catch it after the game. I'll most likely go and watch it myself. I haven't watched it in its entirety. What I usually do is I record straight through and then I watch it back with you guys for the first time. Dylan Dunn says, will you do stand-up in New Orleans coming up? You know what? Next time I go to New Orleans, I have to do stand-up out there. Zion Blade puts 5 on it. Says, putting 5 on it. Great commentary as usual, but I have to ask, because I'm serious, what would you do if the Steelers signed Nick Folk as their kicker? I would be rather confused as to why they do that with Chris Boswell only missing 2 kicks on the entire year. So as far as I'm concerned, it'd be asinine to sign Nick Folk, as the Patriots would move the chains. 8:50 left to play, trailing 28-9 in NRG Stadium. to the Texans. Brandon Chewy Black says these people got to stop saying the Pats should call up the clown. It's stupid. I agree. It'd be toxic to bring AB into that organization at this point, especially with their offensive woes. Here comes a pass rush against Brady. No protection. He's going to be sacked immediately. Cannon did not block his man whatsoever. You talk about getting beat completely off the ball. And they're still over here punching the floor or trying to get a lawnmower starting or playing a little bit of the air guitar. But look at the protection here. Look at the protection here. Cannon does not even stop this man whatsoever. Look at the dip. There's the dip right under the arm. You talk about somebody whose technique is on par. Look at the dip. Cannon misses completely on the shoulder pad. All he did was caress the threads of his number on the jersey. That is it. That is absolutely it. 2nd and 19 from the 29-yard line. Brady takes the snap. Looking to go deep. He goes short. He'd elect to go short and check it down to James White. He's tackled at the 38-yard line. Pickup of 9, but that's going to set up 3rd and 8, I believe. Michael Gay says, I would drop kick Nick Folk. You might be right. Uso Loco says, when am I going to perform in MD? So I'm assuming you're meaning Maryland. I believe MD is Maryland. But when am I going to go down there? I'm not sure. I am planning to go on a tour next year in the spring. So I just got to get that all situated. I'll figure that out. I'll keep you guys posted as we go. 3rd and 11 from the 37-yard line. Brady takes the snap, looking down the field. It's incomplete, but there's flags on the field. Perhaps there could be a pass interference, and the defender is not looking too happy. And I believe that's Johnson Jr. That's going to be pass interference. JP McCandle says, would you do stand-up in Syracuse? There's a comedy club called Funny Bone in the Destiny USA Mall, and since Syracuse is close to me, I would be able to go watch. You know what? Perhaps I might go out there. Jazzy Prince 333 says, hey Adonis, ever thought about commentating old games like Super Bowl 51 or the Super Bowl when the Steelers played the Cardinals? As I touched on this a little bit earlier on one of the live streams beforehand, this offseason I do plan to do at least 2 of the old Super Bowls every week, dating back from Super Bowl 51 to Super Bowl 1. No, pardon me, Super Bowl 52 to Super Bowl 51. I think I did the Eagles and Patriots. That's the first year. So yeah, I'll let you guys know, but I'm probably gonna do 2 Super Bowls a week just to get through the off season. It's not too big of an arduous task. Getting the game footage for these recent games is easy. The only problem is getting the full game coverage of Super Bowl 1 through probably 1 through 10. But I think from 11 till 51, I should be fine. I'll be able to find them. But I'll keep you guys posted as we go. Fully transparent. Let's see. 2nd and 7 from the 48-yard line. Tom Brady takes the snap. Hand off to James White once again. Runs over a Texan. Picks up a first down for the Patriots. He's going to be down at the 40. But remember, they're down by 19. It still is a 3-possession game. There's 6 minutes left on the clock. The Patriots do not seem to have a sense of urgency. Josh McDaniels still calling in the plays. It looks as if the Patriots might have just taken out the L out of Lover and said, it's over, brother. Because Tom Brady is sitting over here wasting a little bit more time. Takes the snap, looking to go down the field. He passes it short, caught by James White. He's going to be tackled at the 21-yard line. That appeared to be 4 verticals. Once again, the Texans are taking away the deep threat. They're allowing the Patriots to continually take the short yardage catches, but forces them to stay in bounds and keep the clock moving. If I'm the Patriots, I'm obviously not going to use my timeouts now, but there's an injury on the field, and I think that is Justin Reed who is down. Something in the shoulder, something with the arms. If you take a look at the right here from James White, and remember, he is the highest percent. The Patriots have a higher percentage passing the football when he's on the field, or I believe he has the highest percentage as a running back catching the football. Most receptions in the last 3 years, I might add as well. Elite the King says you going 1 to 50 or 50 to 1. You know, initially I was going to go 50 to 1, but you know what? I might go 1 to 50. Because I feel if I go 50-1, people will begin to lose interest going back in time. Because by the time the season rolls around, they want to see familiar faces. So I'll start with something you'll never know. So just to show you how good I actually am at my job. Brady rolling towards his right. He throws the football away. Incomplete. No laundry on the field. 5:01 left to play. Patriots still trailing 28-9 in the fourth quarter from their 21-yard line. Julian Edelman cannot get open. Double coverage. He would fade to the back of the end zone, but did not have enough time. James White running that wheel route, or at least an attempt at a wheel. He stepped out of bounds. On the weak side, Brady looking towards Dorsett. He actually could have thrown it there, although Roby was on him. If he leads him a little bit, Dorsett would have to utilize his hands. But 2nd and 10, 5:01 from the 21. Motion man. Brady takes the snap. I would hope this is a play action fake, which it is. Steps up in the pocket, throws it back towards left. Pass incomplete. Edelman falls down. There's no flag on the play. 4:56 left to play. 3rd and 10, once again from the 21. Let's see if the Patriots can get into the end zone. This is 4-down territory. You cannot afford to settle for a field goal here, although you are down by 19, you kick a field goal and it goes through the uprights. You cut it to a 16-point deficit. That way, now you're in a situation in which you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. But given the time, you need a TD. Sorry, you just do. Brady takes the snap. The pocket condensing. No real time. Connects with James White. He'd pick up 3, but that's not enough to move the chains. Pardon me. He'd pick up 4. That's going to set up a 4th and 6 situation. What will Belichick do? Brady's still on the field, calling the guys to huddle up. 4:38. Still no sense of urgency from the Patriots for some apparent reason. Knowing that there was an incomplete pass on 2nd and 10, they should have had 2 plays prepared. The Patriots are not on their P's and Q's. They are not on their P's and Q's whatsoever. They are completely out of sync. Belichick usually would have plays lined up if there's completions or not completions. But it's very odd that they would elapse all of this time only to settle and call a timeout. This timeout could have been called 20 seconds ago and conserved some time. The Patriots continue to shoot themselves in the foot. They are not on their P's and Q's tonight whatsoever. The comedic genius YT done tuned in. Said, "What's up, Adonis? How's it going to you?" Tommy Griffin Jr. says, do the Steelers want Antonio Brown to come back? Absolutely not. ROY or Roy 210 says, "What's up, Chiseled? How's it going?" I say to you, Caden Romy says, Max, I did one-hand catches before they were cool McGee. Santonio Holmes, I see somebody right. Jock says, could you do commentary on the fight next week, assuming that you're going to watch it? Who is fighting next week? Who is fighting next week? Is that Tyson Fury fighting next week? I don't think so. Whoever, if it's a big time fight, most likely, I think my mind is running blank right now, so I can't remember who's fighting next week, but I feel as if I know who it is. Percy Femer says, Ike Taylor, Emmanuel Sanders, and Casey Hampton were my guys. I love those brothers. I absolutely love those brothers, especially Casey Hampton. Let's see what's going on Twitter, but from what I'm seeing right now, the Patriots are pretty much packing it in. No sense of urgency. They're not prepared. People don't know their alignment, their assignment, their responsibility. They're not playing very good football right now. Oh, AB just said something. He said retweet to put AB in this game. But listen, AB, you can't retweet to get into football games. If you get 1,000 retweets or 180, you got 14,000.4 retweets. You think those retweets all of a sudden transport you to the field? It don't work like that. You can't just take over Philip Dorsett's body like you're one of the nerdlucks in Space Jam. It doesn't work like that. AB's around the stadium in Houston. He's just walking around. He sees there's a Patriots or wide receiver just sitting there on the sideline. He comes over, and all of a sudden their body starts to convulse, and he takes over their body. It don't work like that. Ruiz and Joshua is fighting this weekend. That's right. I'll be doing my routine post-game commentary for that. But if I can go live during the fight, maybe I would hang out with you guys. We'll see. But then again, I always stream it from my house, so I don't think I'll be up to speed. So it'll be a little bit behind. So I think it would not be favorable. Most likely after the fight, I'll do the post fight review as I always do. Good G's says a little bit of trickery. Absolutely. Ethan says they got Holmes, but they didn't stop Watson. You're damn right they didn't. Tyson says the Clemson connection. Absolutely. Hoodie Zay says beautiful. Amir Singh says turn the game off, listen to your play-by-play while I sleep. 4th and 6, Brady takes the snap, looking left. It's caught for the completion by Dorsett. That's good enough for a Patriots first down. But coming out of a timeout, you should have play set. You should have play set. It's 4:01 on the clock. What is happening right now? They are moving way too slow. This is the same way that the Eagles were moving in Super Bowl 39, where they were down by 2 scores and they moved extremely slow. There is zero sense of urgency. The Patriots have already conceded that they're going to lose this game. We shouldn't even be looking at this replay that long because they should be firing back to the field with extreme quickness knowing that the play is about to get called. This is ridiculous. It wasn't even really that much of a clear catch, but he has possession. You know what? He might just be short. He didn't have possession of the football until a yard short. He might not have possession here. Did the referees say that this? Yeah, I think this is going to the booth, man. Matter of fact, no. I think the Texans could mess around and challenge it because given the time of them looking at this replay, they should be reviewing this. I'm sure the Texans have thrown down the flag to review this. Initially, they said it was good enough for a first down, so let's see what's going on. Well, there's the flag now. He's just now challenging. So if that's the case, then what the hell took them so long? I'm a bit perplexed because on the field, it's called the first down. So why were the Patriots not rushing to the ball? It was completed at 4:03. If it was completed at 4:03 and marked as a first down, why did the Patriots not rush to the ball? I am not understanding what's happening right now. There is nothing but mental lapses all over the Lolly Lule Low because this is very uncharacteristic of them. I'm very flummoxed right now. I'm not understanding what's happening because you do recognize it's 4th and 6. You just came out of a timeout that you called yourself, knowing that you should have a series that are together. Obviously, if it's incomplete, your defense comes onto the field. They're going to have a television timeout anyway, or you're going to have time. But if it isn't complete and you get the first down, you'll have a series of plays coming up. This is bad coaching. Bill Belichick's not doing a good job whatsoever at all. I'm not understanding this whatsoever. Bill is beating the crap out of Bill. This is Bill on Bill kind of fights. Don't bring them to the north of Cerulean City. What is that, Route 25? Because Bill's PC ain't going to be happy with the way these two Bills are doing fights on the field. But he's going to be happy with Bill O'Brien. He's not going to be happy with Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick out here playing like bills in your account. Because auto payments are happening at times you don't want it to happen. And Bill Belichick is not being a good coach when the Patriots need him to be a good coach. Ridiculous. Salty Highlight says, do you think the Steelers should get a QB next year? No. I think they should rally around Devlin Duck Hodges, give him some time to progress, but I think the Mason Rudolph experience might just be over. I'm not going to say, go out and get Teddy Bridgewater because Ben Roethlisberger has no signs of wanting to retire. W.Y. Diggy puts 5 on and says, if you can plug the past 3 Steelers on the 2019, if you could plug 3 past Steelers on the 2019 Steelers team, which would I pick? All right, first and foremost, I would pick, give me, well, Big Ben is, he's not really a past Steeler. He's just hurt, so I can't say give me a healthy Big Ben. But, I'd say give me Hines Ward. Give me, well, Minkah Fitzpatrick is playing strong safety. Give me Hines Ward. Give me Mel Blount. And give me Joe Green. Yeah. Give me Hines Ward, give me Mel Blount, give me Joe Green. I think I'd take those 3. It's called the Patriots first down, but still they lost 10 seconds that they easily could have had on the field. But time has stopped, given the challenge call. The Texans lose a timeout. Brady takes the snap, looking right. He's going to have to get rid of the football now. Throws it into the end zone, nearly intercepted by Jonathan Joseph if he keeps running. 3:49 left to play. Patriots still trail 28-9. From what I'm seeing here, this must have been the outside receiver runs the corner. Why would they have Ben Watson from the slot run the whip? That's a very bizarre play call. I don't like that. And Brady's in the pocket. He didn't scramble towards his right. This relies on a lot of arm strength. I'm not a fan of that. He still is 42. I'm not saying make exceptions because of his old age, but good Lord, that's not a good play call, Josh McDaniels. We've got trips to the right once again. Edelman running the option, can't get open. Brady's got to use his legs, throws it over the middle, caught by James White. That's going to be a touchdown for the Patriots. But is it a little too late? We will find out in NRG Stadium. 13 plays, 75-yard drive, but 6 minutes and 11 seconds. This is extremely familiar to what we saw in Super Bowl 39, like I said earlier, where you saw the Philadelphia Eagles take their time as they methodically went down the field and finally scored a touchdown, but wasted so much time to where they had no chance of being able to go down the field. I think this game ends the same way it did in the Super Bowl, man. I think Tom Brady's going to throw an interception on the next Patriots drive, even if they get that opportunity. I think they're going to review to see if Tom Brady went past the line of scrimmage. There's no denying that there's a catch. But I think they're going to review to see if he went beyond the line of scrimmage. We'll see. There seems to be a lot of concerned faces on the field right now. DeLorean Owen says, but did this help them come back and win? Absolutely not. You're damn right. James White, that should be a touchdown. Wait, so the concern is the catch, not Tom Brady. That's a touchdown. What are we still looking at this review for? That's a touchdown. Second, okay, so we've got trips to the right. Edelman going in motion. They're most likely going to have him run the fade. No, they're not. They're going to run this ball here. He's going in motion once again. They're going to run. Oh, it's a play action fake. Edelman going to the outside, but he doesn't get there in time. Brady rolling back towards his right. The pass incomplete. Jonathan Joseph, an opportunity to get yet another pick. It does not happen. The protection was not there. Down 28-15. It's a 13-point game. Again, the significance of the missed extra point from Kai Forbath puts them in a very precarious situation where they need touchdowns and not a touchdown and a field goal. Because remember math, you score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, that's 8. You add a field goal, that's 11. That's a way better situation than being down by 12 where you need 2 touchdowns. 28-15 lead for the Texans, getting the football back where they have controlled the clock all day. Tom Brady not having a very good day. This game was I'd say this was reminiscent of also last year, I believe it was week 3 or week 4, where the Patriots traveled to take on the Detroit Lions. And they lost, I think it was like 26-10. Terrible onside kick. Good Lord, he didn't recover the football. There's no way he didn't recover. It hit him right in the chest. All right, he's got it. He's got it. I was about to be a little bit upset. Like, how the hell can't you get your hands on it? Reminds me of what we saw this past Thursday with the Falcons taking on the Saints. This was not the best onside attempt. It did not go past 10 yards, so the Patriots could not touch it. This man got Jordan cleats on. And it hit him right in the chest. He nearly didn't recover it. But luckily, he was able to fall back on it. And the Texans get the field. They get the football in very favorable position at the 43-yard line, I believe that to be. And ladies and gentlemen, for the final 3.5 minutes, we are still live on Hot Mic. Do me a favor, download the Hot Mic app if you have not already. Click those links in the chat room. Click the links in the description. Download the Hot Mic app and tune in to Hold My Nugget Studios. And currently on Hot Mic, we are sitting at 39 viewers in there. But on the day, we've had 216. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in on Hot Mic. If you are a new listener, consider subscribing and following so you can tune in every single time Hold My Nugget Studios goes live. On Twitter, we've had a bunch of people who've tuned into the stream, and I appreciate you guys for interacting. And here we have time going down. The Patriots obviously do not have leverage here. Does this guy have a curled mustache behind Bill O'Brien? All right. And Romeo Crennel kind of looks like one of those milk duds. But of course, we ain't talking about that right now. 1st and 10, 3:05 left to play. They're gonna take the play clock all the way down to probably about 2. So we're inside of 3 minutes. Motion man handoff once again. This time, I think that it still is Duke Johnson that's in. No, it's Carlos hide and seek. Pickup of a little bit. The Patriots obviously cannot stop the clock here. Did they call timeout? Yes, they did. They did call timeout. Given it's a 3rd down situation now, if they get another stop, they can either elapse their timeout or let it go all the way down to about 2:07, and the Texans will lose their final timeout. Jim Jones says the fact that I didn't say Troy Polamalu is a sin. Well, look at it like this. Having Minkah Fitzpatrick and Troy Polamalu in the same secondary seems kind of odd. I feel like we do need another corner. Hayden is playing very well. Nelson is actually playing very well too. But I think having a Mel Blount on the field kind of completes the secondary. Screen passed out to DeAndre Hopkins. He goes nowhere, but smartly stays in bounds. Final timeout taken by the Patriots. 4th down. They're going to get the football back, and their only timeout is the 2-minute warning. But yeah, let me just explain what I meant when I said the last 3 the 3 pass stealers that I would have. I said Joe Green, I said Mel Blount, I said Hines Ward. When it comes to this current Pittsburgh Steelers team, you need somebody to set the tone on offense. They do not have that. The offensive line, I could bring back a Mike Webster, but then what help would that have? Because Marquise Pouncey is going to come back from suspension next week. So I would rather have a receiver who can set the tone in the passing game that you know you can go to, and more importantly, will help you in the run game because he's a complete receiver. Defensively, the defense is solid, but you have somebody like a Mean Joe Green along with a Cameron Hayward, who right now is a top 3 defensive tackle in the league. The way he's playing right now, he may be top 2. The past 3 seasons, he's been balling. Absolutely balling. He may not be giving you the stats that you're getting from Aaron Donald, but he's been balling. All bias aside, look at Cameron Hayward, watch the games versus other defensive tackles. He's been balling. The punt fielded inside the 10, sensational punt. The Patriots, no timeouts left to play, 2:36 left on the clock, still trailing 28-15. But as I said, the top, I would take Joe Green, now that defensive line, and remember the edge rushers, and you still got, I think Hargrave plays at the defensive tackle. But look at the pass rush like this. TJ Watt, Bud Dupree, Cam Hayward, Mean Joe Green. Sensational. Initially, I was going to say take Jack Ham. However, TJ Watt and Bud Dupree are listed as linebackers. So if I do put Jack Ham in there as the outside linebacker, he doesn't necessarily mesh. I don't want to put a Jack Lambert because I do feel like a young Devin Bush is good. That is why I did not say Polamalu, because Minkah Fitzpatrick in the secondary, he's already there at that strong safety position. James White picks up a first down. He's down at the 20. The Patriots need a sense of urgency because the 2-minute warning is their timeout. So let's go. Let's go, New England. Move the football. Tom Brady, no time to fix his jersey. At the 21-yard line. Handoff again to James White. He's going to be tackled for a loss. They're going to take this into the 2-minute warning. Yeah, the Patriots pretty much conceded they're going to lose. They conceded they're going to lose. Back-to-back run plays at this down and distance after picking up a first down, and you don't run a play-action fake, yeah, they've conceded they're going to lose. They said to hell with trying to make a comeback. We're going to lose. Let's see. The Ravens are going to the first place. Yes, Manuel, they are going to the first place. Charity Brown, no. It's not that they're the first place in the division. They're the first place in the entire conference, and more importantly, they're the best team in the NFL. Jim Jones, I'd bet one of my children, Minkah, will not be better than Troy. I don't think Minkah is better than Troy. Troy is something absolutely sensational. But I don't know. With this Steelers team, I don't know. I would rather just leave Minka back there. I'd put Mel Blount at corner. I think there's bigger need for a corner than there is for a safety. But yes, the Pats are done. They have tapped out. It's 2003 at Survivor Series, and it turns out the Patriots are Brock Lesnar and call the damn Texans Chris Benoit because they are tapping out. 2nd and 13. Brady takes the snap. He's going deep. Pass nearly intercepted by, I think that's Deshaun Gibson. That might be Deshaun Gibson. Somebody let me know if that's Deshaun Gibson. Turn around so I can see your name, buddy. Texans fans seem worn out. Oh, wow, it's Deshaun Watson's mother. She's ecstatic. Deshaun finally gets that W. Take a look at that Patriots fan sitting right in front of him. Sick. Upset. M. Bellman says, more disappointing, Eagles or Panthers? I would say the Panthers. Well, no, the Eagles. I can't be very disappointed in the Panthers. This particular week, I'll say this particular week, I'll say Eagles. On the season, both of them. Tom Brady going deep, 3rd and 13, connected to Myers, moving the chains. They've got to, now they're going to start jogging. So you run the football back-to-back times. The hell were you guys doing? Ridiculous. What were these guys doing? They didn't use their mind whatsoever. You have the 2-minute warning at your back, and you run the football twice? You've got to be kidding me. 1st and 10 from the 39. Brady looking to go down the field. Connects with James White. He gets out of bounds. This is what I'm not understanding. Now they're starting to look like they have a sense of urgency. Where was this when they went on their freaking 8-play, 75-yard drive for 6+ minutes? And there's laundry on the field yet again with 1:21 left to play, where we see Houston up 28-15. Percy Femer asks, CMC, Cook, or Chubb rushing title? I say it's most likely going to go to CMC. Manuel says, Mr. Chiseled Adonis, what position would you have played for if you made it to the NFL? I would have played receiver. My only problem, when I played defense, I was a decent defender. My only issue was when it comes to tackling, I loved to tackle. My issue was my head. I would pull a Shazier all the time. Like, my head would stay here, and then the minute I get this close to you, I put my head down to go wrap, and my neck, a couple of times, there was multiple situations in which I should have probably been paralyzed. It never happened. I never had a problem when I was on the floor or anything like that, but I would play offense. I'd play receiver. I could read defenses very well. James White, very, very good catch and run inside the 20. I believe he'll be down at the 20, but we've got only a minute left to play. Pavel says, do you wish the Steelers drafted Lamar? No, I do not. Because he would have been, there's no saying that it would have probably been the same no matter what team it would have been on. Touchdown pass from Brady to P.E.D. Edelman in the end zone. Will this help the Patriots come back and win? We'll find out. 6 play, 94 yards, 6 play, 94 yards, 1 minute and 46 seconds to find the end zone here. The score now is 28-21 in favor of the Texans. Can the Patriots pull off a miracle? And remember, the Kai Forbath miss. Down by 7 now. Opportunity to make it inside of a touchdown. Forbath's field goal goes through the uprights. It's good. 28-22 in favor of the Texans. Onside kick on the way. No timeouts remaining for the Patriots. So this is the game. This is the game right here. Can they participate in the Atlanta Falcons challenge and continue, or I should say convert on an onside kick? Manuel asks Mr. Chiseled Adonis, where is Mrs. Adonis? Well, I'm not married, so she does not exist. Anthony Simmons says Alvin Kamara or MCM. I'm not sure. I think you meant CMC. But CMC over the dreadlock powers of Alvin Kamara. Christian McCaffrey is doing something that is very unprecedented when it comes to being that dual threat, running back that can do it all. All right. Let's see what happens. 50 seconds left to play. There's the onside kick. It gets a bounce. Oh my Lord, but it's out of bounds. They couldn't recover it. They had a chance. Was that Brandon Bolden? Oh my Lord, the Patriots had a chance. He could not get his hands on it. It goes out of bounds. Illegal procedure. That's going to be the game. What an onside kick attempt from Bailey. Oh my Lord in heaven. Brandon Bolden's going to be on the sideline on the plane ride home, wondering and asking himself, what happened to my hands? Oh my God in heaven. He had an opportunity here. That was the best opportunity here. He was all alone. His hands and his gloves did him no favor. He should have got on the phone with Jack Tatum. He can't because Jack Tatum's too busy. Too busy being dead. He could have called up Fred Biletnikoff. He could have used some of that stickum on his glove and got away with the takeaway on the damn onside kick. Oh, my Lord. I cannot believe that just happened. I can't believe that just happened. He had a huge chance to get his hands on the football. There is a flag. It's a legal procedure. I'm not sure what's taking so long. It's declined. It's going to be a first down for the Texans, and that's the end of the game. That is the end of the game. Oh, my Lord in heaven. And one has got to wonder, had they not ran the ball 2 times before the 2-minute warning, and if they had called timeout or played with a sense of urgency, this can be 2 minutes and at least 20 seconds on the clock. But they let that time elapse, and here they are with no chance to get the football back. The ball slightly over the hands of Brandon Bolden. He's asking himself, I wish I was taller. He's going to call his father. He's going to call his mother and ask why they did not procreate with a member of the WNBA, a member of the NBA, somebody of the giant crew, Monty Ball's child. Figure out why the hell they were not tall enough to get their hands on the football, and we're going to see the Patriots go down and lose on Sunday Night Football once again. And what do you know? The Baltimore Ravens have walked in to not only being the best team in the AFC, not only being the number 1 seed, but the best team in the NFL. And Deshaun Watson and Bill O'Brien take down Tom Brady and Bill Belichick as the Texans move on to 8-4. And the Patriots drop to 10-2 and become the number 2 seed in the AFC. Tom Brady goes over to Deshaun Watson and says, hey man, I'm an Uggs model. I know I got all this money, but damn it, I think maybe Dabo Swinney was right when he said you're like the Michael Jordan of the NFL coming in. It'd be foolish to pass on you. And Chicago right now are sitting at home looking at each other trying to figure out why they didn't draft Lamar Jackson. I said Lamar Jackson. Why they didn't draft Deshaun Watson? Feeling like straight up idiots. Big dummies, that's all I see, because the Texans walked into NRG Stadium. They told that the Patriots, they did a little bit of the rock and said, just bring it. And the Patriots tried to bring it, but it wasn't enough because all those touchdowns they scored late, did it help them come back and win? Absolutely not. That's not what happened. Took care of business. Ravens Nation damn near erect, euphoric, orgasmic feeling in Baltimore, knowing that they are the number 1 team in the AFC and the playoffs will run through them as long as they continue to keep the wins going. But next week's going to be a tough task for them. They're playing against Buffalo, in Buffalo. Not to say that Buffalo's some sort of slouch, or I should say Baltimore can't get it done. I have chosen against the Ravens far too many times to say I do not believe in them. I thought maybe San Francisco's defense would be able to get it done, and for the most part, this particular game against the 49ers, or I should say against the Ravens, they played very well. However, Justin Tucker is a damn wizard, and in my opinion, the greatest kicker in NFL history. Sorry, Adam Vinatieri. When it comes to efficiency, nobody's more efficient than Justin Tucker. Big-time kicks, Adam Vinatieri without a doubt. However, you put Justin Tucker in those situations, I have zero doubt in my mind this man would make all of those kicks. No doubt in my mind. Justin Tucker is one of those kickers who could mess around and be a face of a franchise. Honestly, if he had the charisma of Pat McAfee, without question, Justin Tucker would probably mess around and be the face of the Ravens, without question. He's an opera singer. Let the man go out there, sing Mamma Mia before he kicks a kick. I guarantee you more people would tune into Baltimore games. Not that people aren't tuning in right now, because Ravens Nation right now is sitting at the top of the NFL. But they took care of business, and they're sitting at the number 1 seed. Right now, sitting at the number 2 seed is the New England Patriots. Sitting at the number 3 is Houston. Number 4 being the Chiefs. Number 5 is the Buffalo Bills. Number 6, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And in the hunt, to my estimation, should be Oakland, Tennessee, and Indianapolis. The Browns are on the outside looking in at 5-7, but they still have an opportunity. In the NFC, it should be the number 1 seed, depending on what happens tomorrow, will be Seattle. I believe Seattle will be able to take care of business in CenturyLink Field and take down the Minnesota Vikings. And remember, I said Seattle will win their division. There will be 2 13-3 teams, and I believe that one of them will be in the wild card because they could not win the division. And I think Seattle's going to go and take care of business and hold that number 1 seed. I expect the Saints to have the number 2 seed. The Packers, I think they will win the division over the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Minnesota Vikings will probably clock in at 12-4 at the end of the year, and they'll be the 5 seed. At the 4 seed, I still do believe that Philly will win the division because although they did lose to Miami, which completely surprised me and sideswiped me, I think the Cowboys have 2 to 3 more losses, and I do believe that they will, I think the Cowboys have 3 more losses in them. I think they will lose to the Eagles the next time they play, and I think the Cowboys have 2 more losses of those other teams. I think they're only going to win 1 of their next 4. All right? I think the Eagles will only win 2 of their next 4, but because they defeat the Cowboys, they're both going to end with either a 7-9 or 8-8 record, and they will go to the playoffs and get spanked by the Vikings in the first round. And then, of course, that 6th seed is a revolving door. Who knows who the hell's going to get their hands on that 6th seed? But most likely, the 6th seed most likely will be the Vikings because the 5 seed will be the 49ers or the 49ers or the Seahawks. The 5 seed will be Green Bay or the Vikings, and I think those 6 will hold. So whoever the hell's in the hunt for the playoffs in the NFC, you might as well pack your bags now because I think that's set. I think who you see in the playoffs right now will be representing the NFC. In the AFC, that 6th seed is moving. That 6th seed is moving. That's the only spot that's going to be changing. Every other place, I think it will hold. But from where we are, the Bills are number 5 because the Patriots are still division leaders. That is why the Bills are 5. But yes, thank you very much. YWY Diggy hit it right on the nail. That's the current standings. I'm not even looking at it right now. I'm just going off the top of my head. Sensational game from the Texans, man. The Bills should be number 1. They got to take care of business next time they see New England, man. They got to take care of business next time they see New England. Bean says, doesn't that mean that they're the best team in the NFL since they beat the number 1 seed? Absolutely. The Ravens are the number 1 team in the NFL. Next time you see the power rankings, it should be Ravens number 1. Andrew says the Patriots were looking for a comeback, but did this help them come back and win? Absolutely not. Do you think the Ravens will hold on to the number 1 seed for the rest of the season? Honestly, Andrew, I think it's a possibility. However, if they clinch home field advantage, because all they do need is the same record or probably a game difference. So let's say if the Patriots lose 1 more game, and then they go into week 17 and the Ravens have a game spread, they can rest in week 17 and give Pittsburgh a solid. So I do think Baltimore will hold. But the Bills, Baltimore are winners of 8 straight. I think they'll beat the Bills, but I think the Bills will make things interesting. So yeah, to answer your question, I do believe that they will hold that. Gap Tooth Assassin says Seahawks lost to the Saints, so they will be the 2 seed. You are correct. They would be the 2 seed. You are correct. They did lose to the Saints, so you are right. They would be the 2 seed. All right, that's it for Twitter. And let's go down YouTube. Let's see what people are saying. And more importantly, for people who tuned in on Hot Mic, I truly do appreciate you guys for vibing with me the entire time. If you haven't followed already, feel free to follow. If you are a follower and you're just hanging out, I appreciate you. We got a few more minutes until we hop off the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving and your Black Friday. Tomorrow being Cyber Monday, get your credit card numbers ready. Feel free to send me your information. I will hold on to your card for you. I promise I won't spend it. No, I'm playing with you. I don't need your goddamn information, but if you do want to send it to me, feel free. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with it. Put it in the video, let somebody else do it. But still, hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving and the holidays with your family around. Get ready for Christmas. It's on the way. I've never really been a big time holiday guy, but I know a lot of people do truly enjoy it. So I hope that you did have fun yourself. In the chat room here, on YouTube, let's just go down the list, give people a shout out. But before I get into that, let's just go down the list in Hot Mic and thank everybody who did tune in when they did. So shout out to Sonic Drew, Sonic Dude, Dominique Luther, Dylan, Andre Bush, Francis Dube, your boy Phil, 781, Hunter Thomas, Negro Damas, 89, Tyson Cooper, Justin Perkins, Apex, Danny Boy, Terrence, Brandon, Charon Petaway, Lamar, Brownie, Peyton Blanchett, Jeff C, Kasha Tucker, Jeff A, Andrew Sabat, Jamal, and Paul Lawrence. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in on Hot Mic. We had about 218 visitors on the day. I think at our peak we had about 60, maybe 63 at our peak over there. Just wait until it comes on the Android, man. It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun over there, because this is what I'm gonna start doing for moving forward, at least for the Hot Mic app. What I think I'm gonna do when everything is all fired up, or at least for the playoffs, I'll go simulcast here on YouTube for the first half, and then exclusively the second half on Hot Mic, just to keep bringing traffic to the app. So I'll give you guys a heads up now. But shout out to in the YouTube chat room, Kamari Bass, Saints for Life. Shout out to you, Manuel, as always. MVP of commentaries, I appreciate you. B Curve Production, shout out to you. Prince Rose, Shedmaster, DJ Whoop Whoop 305, Brandon Black, Juggaloo Crad, Jordan Cole, Jaden Spears, Thornheart 86, 7Z Infernal. Shout out to you, Shedmaster again. Kyle, Heat Boy, Scorpion King 116, Spicy Specials, What is Love? All right. Tyrone Man 14, Christine, Candace, as always, Byron, Jordan Cole put 199 on it, says God bless, man, watch all your videos. Desmond Edmond put 10 on it, says great commentary as always, so glad I found you out. I found out about you earlier this year from your area 51 rant, funny as hell. Appreciate you as always, and I'll see you next time, my brother. I appreciate you and Jordan, more importantly for Desmond Edmond. He says go Dolphins. Well, I hope you guys can continue to keep the train rolling. Snowbeam, Heat Boy, Tyrone again, Justin, Robert, Dylan, Bottomless Pit 7. I thought it said Bottomless Pit for a second. Is it Bottomless Pit? No, it's Bottomless Pit. I'm bugging out. Manuel, Damier, Caden, EMPRROJ, Chris P, C. Kristen Gray, LMAO Page, all right, NY Blackout, Tommy Griffin as always. Shedmaster says the worst quarterback is our midget Kyler Murray. Oh, that ain't right. Bottomless asks, am I on for tomorrow? Yes, I am on for tomorrow. I will be live here once again for Monday Night Football between the Minnesota Vikings traveling to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Crow Sticks, shout out to you. Percy Femur, as always, thank you for tuning in. Eric Jeps, is that how it's pronounced? Jeeps? Whatever way it's pronounced, shout out to you as well, and everybody who's tuned in. 270 in the room, 301 likes on the day. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in to Hold My Nuggets. Pardon me. Let me just close this out the right way. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in to Hold My Nugget Studios live on the Hot Mic app for your 2019 NFL Week 13 primetime Sunday Night Football game highlight commentary live from NRG Stadium, where we saw the Houston Texans take down the reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champions of the world, New England Patriots, 28-22. Deshaun Watson accounted for 4 TDs on the day, 3 touchdown passes, which was the Patriots defense only gave up 4 passing touchdowns on the year, and they saw Deshaun Watson give up 3, and also a magnificent pulchritudinous, absolutely stupendous option play from Duke Johnson to DeAndre Hopkins, pitching the ball over to Deshaun Watson. It was a beautiful game from start to finish. The Patriots tried to make a late surge, but did it help them come back and win? Absolutely not. CJ Nice, I see you in there putting the duck. Angelfish, I shout out to you. And everybody else, but I thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be right back here again tomorrow, and this has been, your commentary live from Hold My Nugget Studios from your host, your favorite host, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis. You have yourself a magnificent night. Thank you for tuning in.